This, my friends, it's the Mitsubishi L200 Triton. One of the more unique and interesting vehicles that we have on review. And let me just start out by saying, it looks rather good, doesn't it? But before we begin, do remember to subscribe if you haven't already and click on the bell icon. The L200 follows the same design language as the current Mitsubishi lineup, looking similar to models like the Outlander or the Eclipse Cross. Your regular headlight cluster is up here, and down here you have stuff like your fog lights and turn indicators. You also get 18-inch rims. The rims are not that important. What is important is you also get front ventilated disc brakes, which are only offered with the 18-inch rims. The L200 is also very tall, giving you the ground clearance to clear uneven terrain. And this gives you a very commanding driving position. Obviously, the L200 does come with a tailgate, and it's pretty damn sturdy. Plus, these corners are reinforced to prevent damage if your cargo happens to shift around while you're driving. The L200 can carry both passengers and cargo with ease, and the lorry bed roughly measures 1.5 meters by 1.47 meters. So while there is lots of room available, you may have issues carrying longer items such as ladders. Plus, I wouldn't trust myself to put stuff here overnight if I'm parking in a public space. As safe as Singapore is, there will be some people with itchy hands. Wow, actually quite comfortable. Want to know how many colors are available for the L200? 2. Yes, just 2. Silver or white, like this one. And notice how there are actually 2 doors? Well, the L200 is actually a double cab lorry. Of course, double cab lorries are not new, but they offer a lot more functionality when carrying passengers. No longer do you have to squeeze for space up front, while the rest of your friends have to sit at the back and tahan the hot sun. The best part about a double cab is that you get back seats. 3 adults can easily fit back here, and the legroom and headroom are pretty generous. It is definitely comfortable, but aside from that, you don't really get much else in the cabin, aside from this center armrest and some cup holders. But let me tell you, I would rather sit here than back there, man. The seats are made of fabric, and they are soft and comfortable. The gear lever and steering wheel are wrapped in leather, and they do give you that premium feel. You get analog dials and an LCD display in the middle to show all of your driving information. You get traditional aircon button controls, and you even get dual aircon zones. For charging, you have one USB port here, one 12-volt outlet here, and one more 12-volt outlet right inside here. It is hard to reach, but it is useful if you need an additional port for charging. Your drive mode selector dial is here, and it allows you to swap the L200 from 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. Aside from that though, you get this standard gear shifter and a traditional, reliable handbrake. You do get a touchscreen entertainment system, but no fancy Apple CarPlay or Android Auto here, which means you will still need your phone if you want to refer to any GPS. It does have Bluetooth and hands-free functions, and while the sound system isn't the best, it still does the job. To start the L200, you do get a traditional ignition key, although there is a slot here which I believe is meant for a keyless start button, possibly an optional extra. Overall, the L200 is pretty nice, all things considered. And if you open your eyes and all you could see was this interior, you might just pass it off as a car. Now, the L200 is powered by a 2.2-litre turbocharged diesel engine, which pumps out 180 brake horsepower and 400 Nm of healthy torque. This low-end torque is very useful if you're carrying heavy cargo or if you're just climbing up rough terrain. Now, in Singapore, the L200 only comes as a 6-speed automatic, and if you floor the accelerator, it does have a noticeable delay when the vehicle changes gears. If you want to avoid this delay, you can just shift the gears yourself. When stationary, the auto start-stop system shuts off the engine to reduce fuel consumption. During my few days with the L200, the system does work well and is similar to the kind of start-stop system you can find in any other car. Even though this is a big diesel engine, you can barely hear any external noises while driving. The insulation in this thing is pretty good, and this means you can only hear 3 things: your passengers, your entertainment system, and that annoying beeping sound when you exceed 70 km per hour. The ride in the L200 is pretty comfortable thanks to an independent wishbone and coil setup at the front and leaf springs at the back. Heck, this is even more comfortable than some of the cars on the market right now. You can switch between two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive while on the move up to 100 km per hour. Not that you'll be doing 100 km per hour anyway, you're only limited to 70. And if you want even more traction while crawling up uneven terrain, you can lock the rear differential by flicking this button here. Not many places in Singapore need this honestly, but if you ever have the chance to go to Malaysia, you can try it out there. The cabin is pretty safe too, as you get 7 airbags, and in the event of a crash, your front seat belts will also automatically tighten to keep you in place. Small detail, but the L200 does have a turning radius of only 5.9 meters. Doesn't seem like much, but when U-turning it helps a lot. Parking is also easy, even though this lorry is pretty long, thanks to the easy steering and the clear reverse camera, so you'll know what you're backing into. So while it does look intimidating at first sight, the L200 is actually pretty easy to drive. Overall, while the L200 does look stylish, it doesn't lose any of that rugged functionality that commercial vehicles are built for. However, costing 157,000 at the time of this video, this L200 is quite a hard pill to swallow. Maybe for the group of people who need the space of a car and you're carrying around heavy cargo daily, then this could make sense. But for the majority of us who don't need such a vehicle, it is very hard to recommend it. Shame though. It is not a bad lorry. That's it for me. Do remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you again on mReview.
Motorist